I'm Dr. Janine Bowring, a naturopathic doctor and the formulator for VitaTree Nutritionals. I'm so happy to be sharing our wonderful product with you today, the VitaFruits and VitaVeggies. This is really where it all started with VitaTree Nutritionals, and we are a very different supplement company. So the first ingredient that I'll talk about in the VitaVeggies is aloe. Now, aloe contains glyconutrients, and glyconutrients are very important properties that help with cell-to-cell communication, especially in the brain. This is so important for children, but also for adults, to keep the brain alive and active so that the learning process is enhanced, but also as the aging brain is happening, we can help to stave off things like Alzheimer's disease, which is on the rise. So people, losing their memory and losing their mental faculties, that's because the cell-to-cell communication is not happening appropriately. This helps with your studies, this helps with your work, and it helps you to be more on track and keeps your brain and your mind alive, especially during the day when you need it the most. The next ingredient we have is kale. Now, kale is a very important, if we can take a look, it's a leafy green vegetable, which I've never actually seen in Africa, and very, very high on the ORAC scale. And what that means is it contains a high amount of antioxidants as determined by the USDA. And kale has so many benefits in terms of its naturally occurring fiber. It also has the ability to quench those free radicals, which is so important. We also have garlic. Now, garlic is our natural antibiotic within the VitaVeggies, and garlic also has many benefits for the cardiovascular system, for preventing heart disease, stroke, helps to naturally thin the blood. So we do have garlic within the formulation. We also have spinach. Now, spinach, I'll pick up a small leaf of spinach here. Spinach in a raw state is very different from the spinach that may be cooked in your local foods that you're eating daily. Raw spinach has so many more antioxidant properties, which is so important for your health at the cellular level. It needs to be consumed raw, and that's why in the special formulation of the VitaVeggies, it's in a raw state, maintaining all of the natural enzymes and the very important antioxidants. We also have Brussels sprouts in the formulation, as well as broccoli. Now, these two ingredients are called indole 3 carbinols. So the indole 3 carbinols can really help with maintaining a healthy menstrual cycle from month to month for women, but also important for men to quench any of those bad estrogens, which, men, unfortunately, if you're drinking a lot of alcohol, this increases your bad estrogens and you start to have some of the symptoms of having high estrogen. This is what's helping to quench those bad estrogens in your body, those indole 3 carbinols, the broccoli and the Brussels sprouts being those very important vegetables for that, all within the formulation of your VitaVeggies. Now, we also have beets in the formulation, and beets, as you may or may not have ever seen, are very richly pigmented, meaning, again, very high in antioxidants. And what the beets do is they actually help to cleanse the kidneys. Now, the kidneys are so important for the urinary tract, but most of a kidney's function, in fact, about 97% of the functioning of the kidneys is for detoxification, for getting all of those toxins, those chemicals out of your body. This is why beets are so important. Again, if you eat them naturally, unfortunately, are very high in sugar, in the formulation of the VitaVeggies, you don't have to worry about that because the sugar has been removed in our very special processing method. The next thing in the formulation that I'll talk about is red bell peppers. Now, red bell peppers, which, are sometimes hard to come by, again, picked in their prime and manufactured to be placed inside our VitaVeggies capsules with the highest amount of natural enzymes and antioxidants. And again, you can see the rich red color is telling you that it's highest in those antioxidants. We also have naturally grown tomatoes. Now, tomatoes I know is one of the staple foods in Africa. Unfortunately, the quality of the tomatoes, often they're not ripe, not picked in their prime. Often tinned tomatoes are used here, and this is a big problem because of the heavy metals that you're exposed to because of that process and that storing method, which is not something that I recommend. Within now your formulation of your VitaVeggies, you're getting fresh tomatoes with all of the antioxidants, especially the lycopene. Now, lycopene is really important for men, for their prostate gland, and again, it's prostate cancer that is very much on the rise, but also in terms of the cardiovascular system, so keeping your heart strong, especially as you're aging. The next ingredient that I'll talk about are carrots. Carrots, again, picked in their prime, very important in terms of the beta carotene. Now, this is natural beta carotene, which converts into vitamin A. You don't want to be taking synthetic vitamin A or beta carotene. It's actually been linked in the synthetic form, the chemical form, in your regular vitamins that you may be taking in your multivitamins to cancer. So people are taking it as an anti-cancer supplement, but it's actually linked to cancer. So you want to be getting it always from a whole food source, and that's what makes the VitaVeggies and the VitaFruits so different as your whole food multivitamin, that you're getting naturally occurring beta carotene directly from the source, from the carrots. And again, the green tea. Now, the green tea in the VitaVeggies, much like the VitaFruits, containing 50% EGCG, and this is the important antioxidant that's so important for your cardiovascular system, the anti-aging effects of this, as well as keeping the brain alive and awake, helping to regulate metabolism and hormones, and so many vast benefits. So you're getting all of this. And all of the guesswork is taken out of it for you when you're taking your VitaFruits and VitaVeggies, giving it to your entire family, the children as well, so important, to give you the nutrients that you need to keep all of your cells healthy, to prevent disease, and to treat a lot of the symptoms that are associated with not having enough of these potent antioxidants directly from the source, from nature.